Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the channel, and I'm here to talk about some news. Go over all the news of sports today. So we're going to talk about NFL, we'll talk about some MLB, NBA, and wrestling here. So there'll probably be more news throughout the day, but I just want to get this news video in now. So let's start with football. So, there will now be 3 more entrants into the postseason that got their spots clinched last night. The Jacksonville Jaguars, the Chargers, and Bills all clinch playoff spots after the Colts lost last night. So, the NFC have the Seahawks, Bears, Eagles, Rams, and 49ers. The AFC has the Broncos, Patriots, Jaguars, Chargers, and Bills officially clinched. 4 spots will still be up for grabs. So let's go to the Pro Bowls, Pro Bowl quarterbacks and shit like that. The Pro Bowl quarterbacks for the NFC are Sam Darnold, Dak Prescott, and Matthew Stafford. For the AFC, it's Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, and Drake May. Running backs for the NFC is Jahmyr Gibbs, Bijan Robinson, and Christian McCaffrey. The AFC is Devin Achane, James Cook, and JT, Jonathan Taylor. The fullbacks are Patrick Ricard and Kyle Koscheck, as if there was any doubt, because there's hardly any fullbacks nowadays. The Pro Bowl linemen for the NFC, Drew Dahlman and Cam Jurgens. For the NFC, AFC, Creed Humphrey and Tyler Linderbaum. The guards, Chris Lindstrom, Tyler Smith, and Joe Tooney. In the NFC, AFC, Quinn Mearns, Quentin Nelson, and Trey Smith. The interior linemen, Jalen Carter, Leonard Williams, and Quentin Williams. AFC, Zach Allen, Chris Jones, and Jeffrey Simmons. Defensive ends, Aiden Hutchinson, DeMarcus Lawrence, Mike Parsons. The NFC, obviously Mike Parsons hurt. AFC, Will Anderson, Max Crosby, and Myles Garrett. Your Pro Bowl ends. The tight ends, George Kittle and Trey McBride. In the NFC, AFC, Brock Bowers and Travis Kelce. The wide receivers, Puka, George Pickens, JSN, Amon-Ra. In the NFC, AFC, Jamar Chase, Nico Collins, Zay Flowers, and then Cortland Sutton. A new deal in New England, center/guard Ben Brown, contract extension of 2 years, $6.6 million. Browns running back Quinshon Judkins underwent surgery this morning to repair a fractured fibula and ankle dislocation. Now has been placed on injured reserve. Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell said J.J. McCarthy has a hairline fracture in his hand and is out this week. Max Brosmer is expected to start. These Thursday games are about to be ass, man. Jordan Mason ankle. They're not ruling him out for Thursday, but he's considered a long shot. Packers QBs Jordan Love and Malik Willis both will be limited practice today, and Josh Jacobs will also be limited. Oh my lord, all these injuries, man. And teams being eliminated already. Jesus. The playoff picture into Week 16 right here on Schefter's Twitter if you want to go see it. Cardinals made roster moves today. Placed Walter Nolan and Garrett Williams both on injured reserve. Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski told reports that QB Deshaun Watson will not be activated this season. It's finally some good news with the Cleveland Browns. Vikings claimed Brett Ripien on waivers today. So let's move on here to see if we have anything from Rappaport and JPA. So nothing from JPA football from Rappaport. The Patriots have designated standout defensive tackle Milton Williams to return off injured reserve. This 21-day window is open after a high ankle sprain, so Milton Williams, a big piece of that Patriots defensive line, will be back. Obviously, you have clinching scenarios for Week 17 this week, but I'm not going over those. Patriot defensive tackle / fullback Khyiris Tonga knocked out this last game with a foot injury. He has a 1 or 2 week injury, sources say. A 2-game suspension for Steelers receiver DK Metcalf could be costly if upheld based on his contract. The suspension would void not just the rest of his salary for the season, but $45 million future guaranteed. So, man, that could be costly for him. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now let's move on to MLB. So, the Pirates got my attention. The first baseman, Ryan O'Hearn, and the Pittsburgh Pirates are on agreement on a 2-year, $29 million contract. Sources tell ESPN O'Hearn 32 is the latest addition to the Pirates in a very busy winter. Like what the Pirates have done this offseason, man. They've got Brandon Lowe in a trade. And now they signed Ryan O'Hearn to a 2-year deal. It's a great deal for Ryan O'Hearn. Honestly, they're making their lineup a lot better, getting Lowe and Ryan O'Hearn. So yeah, but really the big news from today was Ryan O'Hearn and the Pirates. Some more spending from the White Sox. They each signed left-handed reliever Sean Newcomb to a one-year, $4.5 million deal. So two things there from Jeff Passan. Let's move on to MLB Deadline. We already talked about Ryan O'Hearn. The D-backs, they quote, likely won't trade infielder Ketel Marte unless they receive young pitching in return. So it seems like the Mets have some really good young pitchers in the MLB in the farm system. So if they want to get Ketel Marte, they have to trade one of them, which I don't know if they should. The Cubs agreed to terms with right-hander Jacob Webb on a one-year deal with a club option for 2027 to add to their bullpen. And Sean Newcomb's a good addition for the White Sox, and he'll get an opportunity to start. The Mets have, in quote, some interest in free agent outfielder Austin Hayes. Some interest. The Reds have been engaged in trade talks with the White Sox about outfielder Luis Robert Jr. or Robert. The Red Sox have discussed a trade with the St. Louis Cardinals that would send infielder/outfielder Brendan Donovan to Boston. So two little chicken nuggets right there, some rumors. But yeah, now let's move on to basketball. So there's a few stories here from Shams Charania today. So Washington Wizards forward Cam Whitmore is out indefinitely after being diagnosed with upper extremity deep vein thrombosis in his right shoulder. Sources tell ESPN. So another blood clot, another player gets a blood clot. What has caused these players to have blood clots, man? Like Wemby had one last year. Now Whitmore. I don't know if it's not. I don't know what's going on. People are like, oh, vaccine or whatever. I don't know. I'm not the expert with that. I'm not gonna trust randoms on Twitter. But I feel like this is happening more. This is the same thing that happened to Wemby last year. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to speculate. I'm not going to take some randoms on Twitter. Whitmore missed the past few games with shoulder soreness, and further testing revealed the blood clot. He joined the Wizards via training and increased opportunity to start working closely with coach Brian Keefe in recent weeks as part of his development plan. So hopefully he gets better APP as soon as possible. So the Lakers are signing former Lakers Raptor center Christian Koloko to a 10-day contract. So this is kind of a big thing here. So the NBA and its new stakeholders have started talks on finding new solutions to prevent tanking. And the league proposed multiple ideas to the Board of Governors as a size brainstorm. This is so... I don't know how you prevent tanking. It's an excessive tanking year after year, it's a problem, but I don't think teams are just trying to absolutely tank. There's teams that are just that bad. The Wizards, the Kings, these teams are just bad. How do you expect small markets to become good? They literally have to go through the draft and tank. Tanking is an issue, but maybe you should fix your officiating first. These teams aren't tanking, though. They're just that bad. I don't know if the NBA just has the biggest tanking problem. Maybe you could stop rigging the draft lottery. Hell, the Spurs get a top 3 pick this past draft. The Mavericks get the first pick. Sure, man. If you want to prevent tanking, maybe disband the Wizards and Hornets. They just suck. They're not just tanking. So there were sources that brainstormed multiple ideas. Multiple ideas proposed phrase a brainstorming measure, limiting pick protection to either top 4 or 14 or higher, and higher. No longer allowing a team to draft in the top 4 2 years in a row, locking lottery positions after March 1. Anything but letting the bad teams basically get the good young players and not pick 5 every year. NBA has an adding problem, constantly adding rules to fix problems the old rules indirectly create. Not allowing a top 4 repeat is all fun and games until they repeat and Sam Presti hits on the 5th worst team in the league. Oh, it's like, I don't know, man. Tanking will always find a way no matter the rules. You're telling me teams still won't find a way to tank? Sure. Allowed the Spurs and Mavs to get top drafts before setting this rule. Sure, man. Sure. Not a single good idea here. That's just my opinion, though. Like, I don't know if these teams are just tanking. I think they're just that bad. Like the Kings, the Wizards, they're just terrible. How convenient they wait to propose this and after the Spurs and Mavs got the top picks last year. Sure. But yeah, let's move on here. That's really all for... No, I think we still have probably more. Let's see what we have in NBA Central. So, the Minnesota Timberwolves are a team to watch for Colin Sexton, per Jake L. Fisher. The Hornets have made Colin Sexton available on the trade market, so Timberwolves are a team to watch for him. The Sacramento Kings have made Malik Monk available in trade talks, so they've made him available in some trade talks. The Kings are looking for a long-term point guard and have been showing interest in Darius Garland. Long-term point guard. You had Fox and Halliburton, dude. What a disaster. Literally had those two players before. Jalen Brunson. Not a foul baiter. Just play by the rules. This is such cap, man. This is such cap. He ain't the biggest foul baiter, though. Danny Avdija's quickly becoming the biggest foul baiter. But yeah, that's really all for NBA here, so let's move on. So, with wrestling, go to Wrestle Up. So, the commentary tapes for Raw and SmackDown beginning in 2026. It will be Monday Night Raw, Michael Cole and Corey Graves. SmackDown, Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett. So, those are commentary teams for Raw and SmackDown. Jerry Lawler claims he has one more match left in him. Brother. Isn't Jerry Lawler like 70 years old? Besides, dude, he's had health problems. Like, remember that one episode of Raw? Him and Michael Cole on commentary where he had a heart attack. I'm sure he's had other health problems as well. Just, no. So, Seth Rollins says he will be out of action for at least another 3 to 4 months. We'll see if he's actually out another 3-4 months. He says he'll be out another, like, 3-4 months. Yeah, that's really it. So, Jerry Lawler has revealed he's now colorblind following his 3rd stroke in September. Now he's had 3 strokes. Just no way he could wrestle. Because I'm colorblind, I can't see the colors. It's black and white. Besides health issues, he hasn't ruled out one more match. Oh, God. A report, there's interest within WWE about bringing in Danhausen, but others in the company aren't so keen on him and his talents. Wonder who these people are. He's a free money printing machine, which they'll eat up, so WWE management probably won't know what to do with him, but mixed feelings within WWE about Danhausen. Oba Femi, So Ruga, and Joe Hendry are also playing for WWE main roster call-ups after impressing at Saturday night's main event. So they'll be called up. So some in WWE thought Triple A's show was the best WWE show of 2020. 5 people in WWE. Some of them thought it was the best WWE show all year. So Andre El Idolo is able to sign with AEW after WWE non-compete clause is waived. He's free to sign with another company after legal issues were resolved around December 12. Matt Hardy confirmed the Hardys have re-signed with TNA. But yeah, it's all the news here to talk about. So, yeah. Leave a like, subscribe for more. Peace.